Hey everybody, it's Chad Decan, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen. Last time, we went and fought the Snorlaxes, actually. Yeah, that's pretty much all we did. Along with that, we got the item finder, and we're able to give ourselves 2 leftovers. I also put Jading back in the party. This time, we are going to be going down south and seeing something really cool that's down here, as directly under Snorlax is this house. Excuse me, I don't know what I just did. I'm the fishing guru's younger brother. I simply love fishing. I can't bear to go without it. Tell me, do you like to fish? Yeah, I sure do. Grand, I like your style. I think we can be friends. Take this and fish, young friend. We have gotten the Super Rod, the best rod in the game. Fishing is a way of life. It is like the finest poetry. From the seas to the rivers, go out and land the big one, my friend. I have a request. Okay, so if you go and give him show him a Magikarp, he will give you a netball. It's good for fishing, but that's pretty much it. I don't find it to be worth it, as I'm not planning on catching another water type, as you know, obviously. But I am going to be talking about the Pokemon that we can now get from fishing, starting off with this route, which has a lot of Pokemon options. First off, we have Krabby. Okay, so first, we can look at that awesome attack stat and go, yay! And then we can look at that awesome defense stat and go, yay! And then we can look at his type and go, oh. It is a physical water type in Generation 3, where all water moves are special. Krabby is just in the wrong generation. In Gen 4, Krabby's a lot better. In Gen 5, Krabby's a lot better. Krabby's not very good in general, but he's definitely better than he is right now. I would suggest skipping out on Krabby because of the fact that it's a physical attacker with mostly water type moves. So there's just way better water types, and you have access to so many good water types now. There is legitimately no reason to catch Krabby. I'm sorry, Krabby, it's not your fault. Next up, we have Horsey. Yay, you can get a Kingdra in the post-game. Yeah, you're kind of gonna be stuck with the mid-evolution Seadra as your final evolution, which isn't good. They gave it a third evolution for a reason, because the mid-evolution kind of sucks. So again, sadly, this is another Pokemon I am going to suggest skipping out on. It's because it gets outclassed by so many better water types in every single way. Literally in every single way. It's not even close. Thirdly, only in LeafGreen, we have Slowpoke. Oh, yes. This is my goat. Slowpoke is an excellent Pokemon. First off, we can look at its stats. Yes, they aren't impressive initially, but then we can look at that type combination. Water and Psychic is one of the best type combinations in the game, being an offensive and defensive powerhouse. It only has, like, what, 4 weaknesses to Water, Grass, Ghost, and Bug? Bug is basically not a weakness. There's only one Ghost type line in the whole game, and you're basically never gonna see it. Which means in reality, your only actual weaknesses are grass and electric types. And when we look at Slowpoke's final evolution stats, yeah, I don't think it's going to have a lot of problem against 2 special attackers. Because of that, I'd say Slowpoke is excellent. I am going to go as far as to say, had I not picked Squirtle as my water type, I would have put Slowpoke on my team. In fact, I genuinely actually considered using Charmander instead, so that I could use Slowpoke on my team. But some things kind of happened, and basically I really wanted to use Squirtle as my starter, so that's the reasoning why. But Slowpoke is an excellent Pokemon, and I 100% suggest it. Next up, we have Psyduck. Psyduck is very average. It's not bad. For some reason, it does not evolve into a Water Psychic type, like its brethren does. But it's balanced. I think the biggest issue you're going to have with it is it's, once again, kind of outclassed. It doesn't have the secondary Psychic type it should have. And its stats are pretty average. So because of that, if you like Psyduck, yeah, it's a good Pokemon to catch. I would suggest it. But if you just want to have a really good water type, you can literally catch Slowpoke and so many other good water types I'm going to be showing off soon that do just a lot more. Finally, the last new Pokemon we can catch in this route specifically is Gyarados. If you decided to skip out on Magikarp because you didn't want to raise one and thought, hey, maybe I can catch one later, I'll just wait. Yeah, now you can catch one. Gyarados is a monster. It is one of the original Pokemon from Generation 1 that in this generation is an OU, and it's a water type. It is a physical monster. It's fast, it hits like a truck, it's surprisingly bulky, and its only real weakness is its time 4 weakness to electricity. Other than that, this Pokemon is a monster, and I would 100% suggest using Gyarados every day of the week. It is so ridiculously good, I decided not to use it because it's overpowered. Straight up. You already heard me talk about it with the Magikarp bio. This is a great Pokemon. Alright, now that we've done that, we actually have to start going to other places, as this is not the only place that we can find new water types. So, now that I remember that Jading has Fly, let's go straight over to Vermilion City. Yeah, I forgot that Jading has Fly. Whoopsie. Alright, so, in this area, we can actually find 2 new Pokemon. The first one being Shelter. Yes, so it's that physical water type I was talking so much about. Now, while yes, it does evolve with the Water Stone, which means you can evolve it literally as you catch it, which is great. This Pokemon's actually pretty interesting. It evolves into a Water-Ice type, which is a very bad type combination overall, I'd say. It just kind of gives it a lot of weaknesses, and Ice is not really the greatest secondary type to have. But Shelter is actually one of the few Pokemon that actually does a good job with that type combination. Water-Ice is very good, specifically offensively, and in nowhere else. It is a horrible defensive Pokemon, but it learns good Water-type moves, it learns good Ice-type moves, and if you want that, then I'd say Shelter is a fine pick. It's the best Water-Ice type you're going to be able to find, not the best Ice type you'll be able to find, but the best Water-Ice type, and it's just okay. It's actually really good in Generation 5, where it was banned into Ubers because of the physical special split, and it's a new move, Shell Smash, which is introduced in Gen 5. So that's fun. But another interesting niche about Shelter, its evolution is actually in OU, as it has a very specific niche, as it is a spike setter that does not have a huge weakness to rock types. Well, it kind of does, but it just does similar stuff that Skarmory can't do. It doesn't have a fire weakness, which is pretty big, as fire types are actually really good in Generation 3 OU. Specifically, Moltres and Charizard are monsters in Generation 3 OU. And Cloyster counters both of them, which gives it a very solid niche as a spike setter. So that's pretty cool. And the star of the show, the best Pokemon that you can get from fishing is Staryu. This is the perfect design of a Pokemon. I'm just gonna say it. This is the best designed Pokemon ever, stat-wise. Like, it is genuinely perfect. Perfect move pool, the perfect stats, the perfect type combination. It's not overpowered, it's very fun to use, it can do anything. It's the jack of all trades and the master of all. It is a genuinely excellent Pokemon. First off, you can just go buy a Water Stone and evolve this thing immediately. It can learn Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, freaking Psychic, Hydro Pump, Surf, Thunder Wave, Recover, and Rapid Spin, which isn't useful outside of competitive, but still very good. This Pokemon can do anything. You want to be able to have a good bulky Pokemon that spreads status and heals itself? Recover, Thunder Wave, Surf, and Rapid Spin. Perfect. You want to just have an offensive speedy powerhouse? This is one of the fastest Pokemon in the game. It learns Psychic, it learns Hydro Pump, it learns Ice Beam and Thunderbolt. You can just go all in. Like, it is genuinely perfect. That's why I didn't use it, because it's perfect Pokemon. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. In fact, it's one of the best Pokemon in Generation 3 OU, and it still is to this day. Heck, I use it in my Generation 3 OU teams all the time, because it's so good. So yes, if you want to have a good water type, this is literally your best option. There is no Pokemon that is water-based that is better than Starmie at this point in the game. At this point in the series, I'd say. The best water-type Pokemon in the generation. If you want that, this is where you'll go. Alright. Now that I'm done glazing Starmie, or Staryu, but basically Starmie, we can now go up to Route 6, which also has a couple of new water types that we can catch. So which means we're going to be doing bios for these guys too. Yes, this is the fishing bio episode, if you can't tell. So, let's get started. These Pokemon are a little less exciting than Vermilion Cities, but, you know, still pretty cool. Poliwag. Poliwag is an interesting Pokemon. It evolves into a water fighting type with a water stone, which means that you can pretty much evolve this thing very, very fast, as it will not be hard to grind this thing up to its mid-evolution, which is at level 25. And overall, I'd say it's pretty interesting, actually. Water fighting is a very interesting stab combination. It'd become a very good stab combination once physical special split happens, but it's mostly a physical attacker, which means most of the time you're probably going to be using fighting type moves, which in this game specifically is not very good, as there are no dark types, and there's only one steel type, which we barely even see. But it does have water moves, which is also pretty good. And it learns ice moves as well, which obviously is solid. Because of that, kind of just gets outclassed. You don't really want a fighting type that much, because there's better fighting types, just genuinely, like Machamp and Primeape are just faster or stronger. They're definitely stronger, but I'd say Primeape's the only one who's actually faster. And it just gets outclassed by water types as well. But if you like it, it can actually get the job done. It's not that bad. It's pretty solid, and it's just okay. But if that's what you're okay with, and this is your favorite Pokemon, then yeah, you'll do pretty well with this guy. You can also find its evolution here, Poliwhirl. If you don't want to have to evolve a Poliwag into a Poliwhirl, just catch the Poliwhirl real quick, and you can evolve it immediately and have a Poliwrath. It's same stuff. I would not personally want to use it yet. I'd wait till Gen 4. But if you like it, go for it. And finally, we have Goldeen. This Pokemon sucks. Don't waste your time. It is genuinely horrifyingly average in every sense of the word. Psyduck is better. Frickin' Horsey is better. Frickin' Krabby is better. Don't waste your time with this trash Pokemon. It is one of the worst Pokemon ever. It is genuinely just a fish. Don't waste your time. Alright, now that we have finally done all of that, we are going to be going back to Lavender Town so that we can actually make progress on this route. Oh, that was a lot, wasn't it? That was a lot of fun, though. We got to do frickin' how many? I think we did 10 bios in one episode right there. We shouldn't have to do any bios for the next 2 episodes. I mean, this one and the next one. Definitely not the next one, because we're going to be here for a while, so... Yeah, we're not going to be doing any bios for at least another episode, which is cool. And then we're going to have another giant set of bios, which is just wonderful. But that was still pretty fun. We're just going to make our way down to our lovely, lovely route where we left off. And I'm pretty confident I accidentally skipped those 2 trainers right there at some point, but that's not really a big deal. Oh, I don't have Primeape in the front still, do I? I hope not. If Primeape's already my highest level Pokemon, I'd like to let someone else go at it. Voltorb! Oh no, we have a flying type instead. Yippee. Luckily for us, Ghidorah is faster than this frickin' Voltorb. Lovely. That's great news. That is excellent news. I just want to get Ghidorah up to a higher level right now. He's probably gonna have an Electrode, yeah. Knowing this Electrode though, he's gonna go for like, oh no, even better. He went for a Sonic Boom. I thought he was going to go for Charge, but Sonic Boom's just as fine, I guess. Actually, Charge would have been better, but, you know, tomato. Alright, let's go for one more Tri-Attack. Oh my gosh, this guy's an idiot. I'm pretty confident he could have one-shotted me, but he did not. AI in this game can be very dumb, that's for freaking sure. And just like that, we have defeated Electrode. Yippee! Unplugged. Yes, sir, you are unplugged. Alright. And here's our first instance of why I brought you Ding. There's an item here. And a trainer. We'll keep Ghidorah out. This guy's probably gonna have, like, weak Pokemon. I'm searching for a Moonstone. I actually do have a Moonstone, kid. I would give it to you, but it's no. I'm not gonna give it to you. Sorry, kid. Yeah, I figured you'd have a Nidoran. The moment he said Moonstone, I was like, yeah, this is a Nidoran user. But we need to one-shot this thing so Poison Point can't activate. Beautiful. Good job, good. Oh my gosh, it's still activated anyways. I thought it couldn't activate when you fainted. Yes, I was wrong. Well, I'm pretty confident I have an antidote still, so that shouldn't be a big deal. Right? That's not gonna be a big deal, is it? Come on, bro. I need you one tap in that thing. It's just Nidorino, bro. It's not even that tough. I mean, Nidoking is a monster, but this guy doesn't have a Nidoking, clearly. He's looking for a Moonstone, so obviously he doesn't have one, but that's not the point. Alright, Ghidorah's almost to level 33, which is nice. Ow! Hey, stop crying, kid. Okay, let's heal Ghidorah. Start with this. Wait, let me make sure. Do I not? Oh, Cleanse Tag should. No. Do I not have anything to heal? No, I do not. Okay. We found an iron, though, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna go back and heal real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, now that we're back and we got that iron, I think I'm actually going to use it. Oh, I have 2 rare candies. That's great. I think I'm going to use it on Majin Buu, just to give Majin Buu more bulk. Because Majin Buu can kind of struggle towards the end of the game when it comes to bulk, as we are going to fight some literal monsters of Pokemon. But I just want to make sure. It doesn't hurt to be safe, you know? Alright, Andrew, let's kick your butt. Oh my gosh, this guy has freaking Magikarps. Easiest level up of my life, bro. A very lovely level up, I will say. Okay, will we actually level up from this? I went and made sure to see if there's actually a new Pokemon in this route, and I can confirm there are. I'm glad I checked. I would have 100% had missed this. So, now that we're actually in the ability to go and catch new Pokemon here, which means more bios, we're just going to go and cut this grass to show this is where you can go and find those new Pokemon. There are 2 new Pokemon in this piece of grass that we can find. Oh, 3. My apologies. First off, we have Venonat. Venonat sucks. Yeah, I'm sorry. It sucks. Please don't kill this Venonat, by the way. Yeah, Venonat's not that good. I accidentally just one-shotted this one, which whoopsie. It's just... Look at those stats. Look at that type combination. Don't waste your time. We all know why this sucks. I would not bother to catch this thing. Next up, we have Gloom, only in FireRed version. If you regretted not picking up Oddish and you decided you really wanted to have a victory bell still, this is probably your best bet to catch one. It's at a decent It's at a decent level. It's not too far behind. You should be able to catch up pretty quickly, especially because there's a lot of trainers on this route later on. And because of the fact, yeah, pretty much the same stuff I said about Oddish, but now you can catch it as a Gloom. You can also go get a Leaf Stone, like, literally immediately now, so it's definitely worth it if you want that. You'll just be able to get a Victory Bell right away, which is always cool. And only in LeafGreen version, you can find Weepin' Bell. Same stuff I said about Bellsprout. If you really want one, be my guest, but I personally wouldn't get one. But you can also catch it now, and you can get it to a Leaf Stone immediately, and evolve it all the way to a Victory Bell. So yeah, if you want that, then be my guest. Okay, I swear, that's all of the bios for the episode. We should be good now on bios. How do I get back there? Huh. Are you not a trainer? Oh, you are a trainer. But yeah, there's a lot of bios. I think we've done 13 bios this episode. We have literally covered 13 different Pokemon, which is crazy. I think in between episodes at some point, I'm going to go around and just start fishing. Just so I can get some water types to fill up the Pokedex, because we are definitely going to need more Pokemon to fill up this Pokedex. I'm pretty confident we're only halfway through what we need to start the post game. So, yeah, we need to get to 60. And we only have, like, 31, I think. So, yeah, we got some work to do. We definitely have some work to do. That's for sure. But that's okay. It shouldn't be too difficult. There's a fair amount of Pokemon still left to catch. And we all know about the Safari Zone up ahead. Like, there's literally an area dedicated to catching Pokemon, which I'm going to have a lot of fun just catching a bunch of different Pokemon in. So yes, obviously that's going to be a fun time. I also realized I'm using Ghidorah already still, even though he's already at level 33. I think we'll switch. Ghidorah had his fun for this episode, so let's move on to Mimian. Mimian's a quick level up Pokemon to use, so. Your bird Pokemon? Oh, wow. If I knew you were a bird type trainer, I would have actually used Leonardo or Majin Buu, but that's okay. Oh my gosh, you have a level 29 Pidgey? What the hell is wrong with you, good sir? You know what? I'm gonna one-shot you with a Psybeam just to prove how dumb you are. Kind of windy outside today. That's pretty cool. Oh, thank you, Mimian, for proving my point with the good old critical hit. There's your Pidgeotto. There's your Pidgeotto. We're gonna one-shot that too, because this is a stab Psybeam from a really strong special attacker. Or we're not gonna one-shot. I cannot wait for when you learn Psychic, Mimian. I can confirm that it's very exciting. There we go. Got that bad boy out of there. My Pidgey and Pidgeotto combo lost. Yeah, it did, good sir. Yeah, it did. I'm sorry about that. What about you? I'm told I'm good for a kid. Like, at battling? That's pretty cool. I'm pretty good, too, at battling. Oh my gosh, you have 5... Are you sure? Are you sure you're not just overwhelming them with, like, your ridiculous amount of Pokemon in your team? Well, let's find out. Wonderful. Look how great that was. Yeah, that's one thing I've been thinking about, like, as I've been doing these bios. I don't understand why they decided that you're not allowed to use the modern evolutions in this game until the post-game. Like, why can't I catch a Crobat? Why can't I have a Kingdra? Why can't I have, like, whatever Gloom's evolution is? The other one. Why can't I have a Politoed, bro? Like, I don't get it, personally. But, you know, can't really do anything about it at this point. Recycle, no thanks. Recycle is good if you have an item that you used and then you need it again. But it's not actually going to be that useful at any point. Because even in the battle where I do need Chesto Berries, like, Recycle is just going to send me straight back to being asleep again. So there's no point. That's how I see it, at least. And let's go Mimian one-shotting all of these Pokemon. He leveled up just now, too, which is cool. We'll gladly take that any day of the week. Yeah, get out of here. And a Pikachu to finish us off. Cool, you have a Pikachu. Pikachu's a fun Pokemon, I'd say. But I don't have to worry about it. It should be pretty frail and easy to beat. Yeah, let's go. Good job, Mimian. Yes, you did lost. You lose very hard, ma'am. And with that, yes, we have entered another route. I think that will be it for this episode, as we did a ton and we're pretty much only halfway through the route. There's a lot to go from this area onward. So because of that, next time on Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen, we will be continuing through the route and hopefully making it to the next town. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys then.